Okay. I think we're officially live now. Oh, wait, now it's loading. I hate Zoom. I never know when we're live. This
I
is
know. Oh,
embarrassing.
I just got a notification that
Okay,
Andrew
cool.
tagged me in a live video.
Cool. We're live then.
What's
Sweet. That's embarrassing. But I'm super pumped for this interview with Mikael. He's the founder of Funnelytics IO, this awesome funnel analytics software, and we'll get into it, and he'll show you a little bit behind the scenes and his free mapping tool. And we'll also be talking about how to grow your agency, because Mikael grew his agency to over $1 million in just 18 months. And we'll talk about scaling that as well. So I'm super pumped for this. That was a terrible intro for you. So I will let you introduce yourself. But if you guys are on the replay right now, give us a hashtag replay down below. If you're on the live, hashtag live. The more engagement we get, the more people we can reach, the more people we can help. And also, Mikael actually has a free mapping tool for you, which is really cool. We'll go over it in this live as well. Hashtag mapping tool down below if you want that bad boy. But sorry that I totally butchered that, Mikael. So take it away and introduce yourself.
All good, man. All good. Thank you very much for having me. I'm a little under the weather, guys, so if I cough or if I sneeze, I apologize. But yeah, man, I think you actually did pretty good justice. Ultimately, I build businesses using marketing funnels. That's what my skill set is. We've built Funnelytics as a software company. We launched in February and have had really great success and great traction, collected over 750,000 since February for that business. As you mentioned, I built an agency that was all around funnels and building funnels for my clients. And we grew that business to over 7 figures until I decided to kind of shut it down and not do that. And we can get into all of the details as to why and all of that, the story behind it. But yeah, that's just basically what I've been focused on over the last, I guess, 6-7 years now. It's just building businesses using marketing funnels or leveraging marketing funnels to do so.
That's awesome. And now you have this new software called Funnelytics.
Yep.
Pretty badass. I want to just say hi to Travis. What's up, Logan? What's up, Hussein, my dude?
What's up, guys?
Hey, guys. And Tasha, my lovely personal assistant. Thanks for being here. But you have this new software. It's really freaking cool. You're giving away this free mapping tool that will help people land deals like a boss because, number one, it's free. Number two, it will help people or business owners realize this tool that you have is pretty fucking badass. I just ruined that, but I kind of want you to show them the free mapping tool that they'll get if they just hashtag free mapping tool down below and just show that off, man.
Sure. I think before I screen share, I think it's important for people to understand why I built this tool and the entire background behind it, because the reality is, as marketers, we sit down in front of a whiteboard and we try to map out these complicated or simple strategies for how are we going to get our clients or our businesses leads and customers and sales and whatnot, right? And we go and say, all right, a Facebook ad, then we're going to draw an arrow and it goes to a landing page. And oh, okay, well, once they put in their name and email, they're going to receive an email. And then all these things kind of start mapping out on this whiteboard. And then the biggest pain in the ass is you now have to go and use Google Analytics or some sort of data tool to try and figure out what the hell happened with all of this stuff that you drew on your whiteboard, right? And unless you can read charts and you can read graphs and you can play around with spreadsheets and do all of that nerdy stuff that most people hate to do, you're not really going to get to the bottom of why things are or are not converting, right? Where are people dropping off? What is the path? So the entire idea and the entire concept behind Funnelytics was, wouldn't it be really cool if I could have a canvas on my computer, I could drag and drop and map out my entire funnel, but then all I would have to do is press a button and I would see exactly how people flow through that funnel, right? So I could see where they drop off, the paths that they take, and all of that really good stuff. So that was the concept, that was the idea behind it, and that's what we decided to start building. The mapping tool is a free tool. You can map all until your heart's content. And then the analytics tool is what is our paid version. The analytics tool right now is currently in beta, but I'll give you guys a little sneak peek as to how kind of this all works. But yeah, that's basically the backstory of this. And let me just pull up my screen here and show you guys exactly how this works. You see my screen?
That's awesome. Yep, we got it.
You got it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, sweet. Let me, how do I get rid of, there we go. All right, so basically Funnelytics, again, it's a mapping tool, but really the engine behind it is the analytics. So I can go and create all of these different projects and whatnot. And basically when I load a funnel canvas, it takes me to something like this. And it's very much a drag and drop builder, right? So think of it like draw.io. You know, you move your icons. So we have our different pages over here, generic pages, download, opt-in, you know, order pages, sales pages, videos, etc. All these different icons. I could just drag them onto the canvas over here, move them around, and I can connect them to any other icon. So I could just take this little link here, drag it, hold it down, drag it, and connect it over here, for example, right? So I have my traffic sources as well, different emails, you know, all the different types of traffic sources. And you can add custom icons if you want and all of this stuff. So you don't have to use our icons. You can add custom icons. So for example, here's a little custom icon right here. I can just rename this label hello. And I can make this a little bit bigger. So, you know, here's a pretty crappy icon there. But so you have all your ads and whatnot. Now you could start mapping out exactly how you want your funnel to look like. And especially if you're an agency, you can start mapping out how you want your clients, right? What you're going to do for your clients. So I can go and say, all right, well, we're going to run some Facebook ads to a survey. When they opt into the survey, they're going to go to a thank you page. They're going to receive an email. The thank you page and that first email is going to send them to an order page to buy a product. Then they're going to go into the sequence right here that is going to push them towards a sales page. And again, the goal with this sales page is to push them back to this order page, right? Now, to track all of this would normally be a big, big pain in the ass. But with Funnelytics, all you have to do is hit this little switch, and basically it starts telling you exactly how people flow through the process. So like just like that, bam, now you could start to see, and this particular website, this particular funnel is not installed on any website, but you would see all of your users here. You would see, you could break them down by if they came from mobile, if they came from desktop, or all traffic. You could see a list of all the refers for the various websites and whatnot. And you can start to see the actual paths that people take. So maybe one of your users comes from Facebook and actually goes down this path and lands up on this thank you page. But then you could see that the majority of your users go like this. They drop off here, they don't click on this email, and then they actually click on this email, and then they go down this path, right? So now you start to see that, okay, if people open up email number one, the likelihood of me making more money is a lot better. So you could start to map out and start to understand, where are people falling off? What do I need to fix? What do I need to optimize and whatnot? So that's in short how Funnelytics works from a kind of high level overview. There's a couple really cool things that we're in the process of building. So one of the coolest things about big analytics and like smart analytics is that they give you the ability to track specific actions that people take, right? Yeah. So like even when you look at Facebook and you look at the Facebook pixel, you can categorize that pixel based on completed registration or completed purchase, and then you can add the dollar value and all of these different things, or even add to cart or whatnot, right? So one of the things that we've done is we've built this ability to track specific actions that people take. And then from there, although we're not there yet, from there we'll be able to trigger automations and various things with third-party apps. So what do I mean by that? As an example, let's say somebody gets to your upsell here, right? And on this upsell, there's a video. So I want to know how many people who landed on this upsell watched at least 50% of the video, right? So I could set this right here, and I could make this to be 50%. And then if somebody hits 50%, they'll travel to this step right here. It'll trigger this particular action. And then in the future, now you'll be able to push that person into a custom audience inside of Facebook so that you can retarget them or do whatever you want with them. You can do that with, completed a form, or they've scrolled 50% of your page, or they've clicked a specific button. How many times does it happen where you create like a long form sales page and you have like 3 or 4 buttons throughout the page, but like you kind of want to know, like, is it the third button that's making people buy, or like do they have to get all the way down to the bottom and click that third button in order to buy, or does having a button at the very top of your page actually make a difference, and does it lead anybody to a sale? Now you could do that, right? So I could go and say, imagine my thank you page has 3 buttons. I could go and say, how many people click this button? And then how many people click versus this button, and then traveled over to this order page, right? So I could set this button, this top button, as the top, this one as the like top of the page button, this one as the bottom of the page. And now I can see, like, are more people traveling this way to the thank you page, or are more people traveling this way to the thank you page? Mm-hmm. So that's in short how kind of Funnelytics works. There's a couple other really cool features, especially from a free mapping tool standpoint. If you're an agency owner, one of the best features that we've built into Funnelytics was the idea that really nobody cares about icons, right? These icons that we've created, they look nice, and they're better than squares and circles on a PowerPoint presentation. Mm-hmm. But ultimately, people want to see their own stuff on this canvas. And that's the biggest, most important part. So one of the things that we've done is when you put in a URL for a specific page, you can just hit generate thumbnail, and it'll load up your thumbnail. It usually takes a second or two, but you can see now it's loaded up. So here's Andrew's beautiful website right here. You don't have to have a code installed on the website or anything like that. You can scale it as big or as small as you want on the canvas. And now you can see exactly what the website is. So even right here, like you have a button here and you have a button here. I could easily go and create an action here and say, click this top button versus click this bottom button down here. And I could see like which ones actually end up like doing anything for me, right? So that's the power of Funnelytics. Like a lot of people are using Funnelytics specifically to close more clients because they can just literally load the screenshots of their prospects' website and they show it to them, and their prospects like, holy crap, like you've given me more value than anybody's ever given me, for free. And like right away they sign with you. Yeah,
that's awesome. So use this mapping tool to close more clients by throwing their thumbnail in there and mapping out what a funnel could potentially look like. Maybe how are people using this to close deals more so than just dropping their thumbnail in there?
Yeah, so the best way I've seen it is actually, here's what ends up happening with most websites, right? You go to a website. Actually, let's take yours for example, right? So I'm gonna go to
Andrew.org. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm here now. I come on this website and I see that you have a call to action right here. Mm-hmm. You have another call to action down here. As I kind of continue to scroll, you have one more call to action here. But you also have my story right here. And then you have programs.
Yeah.
And then you have work with Andrew. And then you have resources. And then you have community. So most people do their website like this because they assume that that's how their website should be, because that's how everybody else's website is.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? Here's what happens when you do this, okay? If I were to map this out inside of Funnelytics, let me just pull up Funnelytics again. So this is your home page. But if I were to, now we have my story over here. So I'm going to take this URL right here. I'm just going to go and duplicate this icon.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, you just duplicate it really quickly. Yeah. Generate thumbnail here. So this is my story. Okay, so I'm just gonna do it with this, but like you have, let's add a third one just for fun. Let's do programs.
This is so sweet.
Yeah.
Probably because it's my own shit in there.
Yeah, well, exactly, right? That's what, like, oh, somebody's actually working on my website. And
yeah,
and like closing your clients, by the way, by doing it through live, like a live screencast and showing them this live, like it makes them salivate because they're like, oh, you're already working on my website. And like, you've done more stuff by just clicking a few buttons. And, like, people get so turned on by the fact that like, it's their website and they see their face, but then it's so cool and whatnot, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So
also, guys, if you want this mapping tool for free, hashtag mapping tool down below, and I'll send you over the link. Absolutely free, and you can close more deals with this bad boy. It's pretty fucking awesome.
How many people are excited? Let us know. I want to feel the excitement.
We got Nick here singing your praises. Funnelytics is fucking awesome. Found it a few months ago when I was just starting out, and then he said something else down here. I used to use MindMup, I think he means Matt, to build funnels, funnel outlines until I switched to Funnelytics. This is much easier, and the vault is well worth it as a low.
I'll show you the vault after, and you'll see what he's talking about.
Get Funnelytics seriously, people.
Yeah, so like already here's the crazy thing about your website, right? Your goal is to get people to give you this cheat sheet or to download this cheat sheet.
Right.
And the problem is I've only mapped 2-3 pages. You have resources, now you have community, etc. Yet on this particular website, if you are sending straight traffic to this website, look at how many steps or how many paths you're allowing people to take, right? So I could come from here, I could go to this page, and then I could travel here, and then I could travel back here, and let alone the other 3 pages that I haven't mapped out, right? So you're making people jump around way too much. If you want to convert people consistently, you have to simplify the paths that they can take. So when you look at this funnel right here, it's either I finish the survey or I don't. If I complete the survey, I move on. If I don't, I leave. I'm gone, right? So I only have one path, and I can only take one path. Same thing with my thank you page. It's on that thank you page, I have one call to action, which sells me on my product and sends me to the order page. I either do it or I don't, right? If I leave, I'm gone. Same thing with the order page. Same thing with this sales page. Same thing with the upsell. That's what the power of a funnel really is. Once you start building out your websites like this, you're giving people way too many options and you're not controlling the conversation. You're not helping somebody move from one step to the next step to the next step, which makes it extremely hard to measure, right? Now people are just bouncing around and you're hoping that they find what it is that you want them to find.
Mm-hmm.
Make sense?
Yeah, that's
so
crazy.
A lot of times that's how you would go and close a client, right? You'd show them like, look, you're sending all your traffic to this website and look at what's happening with your website. Like we've just mapped it out inside of Funnelytics and like, here's how people can move. Like, they can go anywhere and they just bounce around, and it's kind of ridiculous.
That is so stinking helpful. And having that visual where the arrows are going all over the place, I'm like, Mikael, let me give you my money and fix my funnel, please.
Exactly. Right. And it's like, okay, like, I get it now. And it's like, and then you go and show them, hey, okay, what if we rearrange your website to, okay, on this page, you know, whatever, right? You kind of remap it out for them to, and a lot of times it's not about the homepage or anything like that. Like, a lot of times people just don't know how to market. So having a website is still fine. Like, having, you know, multiple pages and stuff like that, that's totally cool. But not if you're going to send paid traffic, not if you're going to try to direct people there, right?
Right.
So
that's sweet. It looks like Evelyn wants the mapping tool done. Ben, Thomas, Logan says mind blown. This is pretty fucking sweet. If you guys want the mapping tool, it's free. Hashtag mapping tool down below and start closing more clients for your funnel.
Awesome. Sweet. So that's basically how Funnelytics works. Let me show you. Somebody mentioned the vault, so let me go ahead and show you this. So one of the things I did with Funnelytics was I really wanted to help marketers and entrepreneurs get a much better sense or have everything that they needed at their disposal. And one of the biggest things when you're starting out is you're asking yourself, well, what funnel do I build? And we all know the, you know, hashtag funnel hacker, right? Just hack your competitors. Well, I decided I was going to go ahead and do it for you. And that's what the vault is. So we've basically went and funnel hacked a whole bunch of people. Yeah. So we have some free ones and some paid vaults, but basically we've categorized them based on offer type and industry. You can see here Russell Brunson's Experts Funnel Book, Digital Marketer, IIFYM, you know, Lady Boss.
That's sweet.
Yeah, and we're actually adding, like, I've got another 6 that are completed that are getting added. So we're adding about 3 to 4 every single month. And basically, the coolest part about it is what we've actually done. So first is we've recorded a video that breaks down every step of that particular person's funnel. Then you can go ahead and download the actual swipe files. Maybe let me see if I have one already on my computer instead of wasting bandwidth over here.
That's insane. After this interview, I'm going to go straight to this website.
So like here, we've no, that's not one right here. Yeah, fit right here. So I'm going to cancel this because I already have it somewhere. So, like, we've gone ahead and actually taken screenshots of all of their ads, the actual sales pages, the order confirmation pages, the download pages. So you could see exactly what is the funnel that this person used. And all of these are 7-figure businesses. So we've only hacked 7-figure funnels. And people that we know are making at least 7 figures. Just based off of ClickFunnels and whatnot. So, like,
that's another freaking easy way to close a deal. I mean, like, if you have an online personal trainer that you're hopping on a call with to try to close, you can walk them through it. Hey, this is what a 7-figure funnel looks like. We can duplicate it or try to duplicate it. You know,
exactly.
Blow their fucking mind.
Now we went a little bit above and beyond. So we've mapped out the funnel inside of Funnelytics. So you can click this button right here and you can just click add to dashboard and it adds this funnel directly inside of your Funnelytics account. But then we also went a step above and beyond that and actually recreated, we took off all the branding and whatnot, but we recreated the entire funnel, all of the pages, the downsells, the upsells. So all you have to do is plug in your client's copy or your own copy and just fill it in. And, like, this is the exact mentor box funnel that Ty Lopez pushes all the time. So Yeah, like all of the upsells, all the downsells, we've recreated it. You have access to all the pages so that you know exactly what was on there in terms of copy. Of course, we've removed all the branding and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Your logo here.
The
But
vault is freaking sweet. How did I not know you had this? Keep going, man.
yeah, so that's it. That's the actual vault. The vault itself is extremely powerful because, again, to close clients, it's like you have this secret weapon that nobody, like, not very few people right now. Although we're growing really quickly, we have 20,000 members, and Pro is growing relatively fast. All of your clients are going to be blown away, right? Because they're going to sit there and they're going to be like, holy crap, like, not only did this guy map out my funnel, but he actually took the time to go and figure out what funnels in my industry work and are converting, and he's showing them to me. It's like, I'm going to go with this guy over everybody else.
Yeah. How do people get access to the vault? Is it free, or certain ones free, or certain ones paid? How does that work?
So a few of them. So all of the ones that don't have the word premium on them are free. So like these are just like our 6 kind of core funnels. So the lead magnet funnel, the survey funnel, product sales funnel, webinar funnel, application funnel, and mini class funnel. Those are all free. The premium ones are paid. When you create your Funnelytics account, there's an upsell right away. You get to, it's for $47. You get all of these funnels, and including the ClickFunnels templates, etc., for one payment of $47. It's really, really stupid. I'm going to up the price like tomorrow because, like, I don't know why I'm giving this away for only $47 when it cost me like close to $10,000 to get it all done.
Oh my God. Yeah. I'm going straight there and paying you $47.
Yeah, and then you'll see, like, you'll have the opportunity to join Pro from there, but like Pro right now is a wait list. You can't really join it, and the vault, if you don't join right then and there on that, like when you create your account, unfortunately you can't join either. So it really is a one-time offer for $47. And I'm definitely going to take it down because I can't believe I'm giving that for $47 lifetime, and you get access to all future vaults. It's a bit stupid.
That's insane. So if you guys are just hopping on, Mikael shared this awesome freaking Funnelytics mapping tool, which is free and will help you close more deals. So hashtag mapping tool down below if you want that for free. I'll send you over the link. But one more thing I wanted to get into, and I know you don't have too much time left, but I promised it in the copy, which was your client acquisition funnel for your agency, which you grew to over $1 million in 18 months. Absolutely insane. At one point you were making, 160K per month with your agency, which is crazy. Kind of want to learn just a brief story about how you got there. And then number 2, that funnel would be freaking sweet if we could go through that.
Absolutely. I'm going to make sure that you guys walk away with some of the most insane value you've ever had on one of these. So, okay, a little bit backstory. So when I started my agency, it was always around funnels, right? I wanted to help businesses implement these marketing funnels because the reality is, when you're not a marketer, you end up like the best way I can explain funnels and digital marketing is like you have a 1,000-piece puzzle, right? 1,000 pieces, and somebody just dumps it right there on the table, but then doesn't give you the picture of what the puzzle is supposed to look like at the end. They're just like, okay, good luck. Here you go. And then you're sitting there and you're like, I got this piece and I know this piece is important, but I have no clue where it fits or how it works. And that's really what funnels and digital marketing is these days, because everybody talks about all of these different tactics and these different things. And once I actually started seeing results and started really kind of implementing this stuff for myself, and like I started to see how the big picture actually fits together, I really felt compelled and I wanted to help small businesses understand this. So that's why I started my agency in the beginning. And at the very beginning, we were actually doing very well in terms of our client results. We were getting incredible results for our clients because it was me working with them and figuring out what funnels they need to put in and all of this stuff, right? But over the first 18 months or so, we probably did about $200-ish thousand, like not great, not horrible, but nothing special. And we tried all sorts of funnels, like especially when in the high ticket space, people talk about doing webinars, and then they talk about doing 3-part video series, and they talk about you need a lead magnet and all of these things, right? And it just wasn't really working. We weren't really getting that consistent flow of clients. The numbers didn't add up, and it wasn't really scalable. So we kind of went back to the drawing board, and we tried to figure out, like, okay, what funnel is really going to allow us to get customers? And we said, all right, let's put ourselves in the customer's shoes, our dream customer, and let's ask ourselves a slightly different question. Instead of asking ourselves, like, let's just ask ourselves, what would I not want to see if I was somebody who is looking for a done-for-you service? Okay, and then we started putting together a checklist, and we started thinking about, like, actually, this really kind of relates back to almost like if my toilet was broken and I needed a plumber, like, would I sit through a webinar? Would I even download a lead magnet to try and... No, I just, like, hey, do you understand the problem that I have with my toilet? Can you fix it? And do you have proof that you can fix it? That's all I'd really want to know. And then if yes, you come over and you fix my toilet, right? That's how it would kind of go. So we asked ourselves, like, why are we trying to complicate things? So when we changed our funnel, and I'll walk you guys through the funnel, the exact funnel. It's so simple. Our business skyrocketed. Like literally within the next 18 months, over $1 million in revenue. And it happened so fast because it worked. Like, for under $100, we were getting applications. We were doing about 10 to 15x return on our investment in our ads. Wow. So we went poof like this. Now, I'm not going to spend too much time talking about, like, the shit that happened when you scale that quickly from an operations standpoint, because there was a lot of crap that happened there. And ultimately, it's the reason why I ended up closing my agency, and just the whole delivery of done-for-you services can be a big pain in the ass, especially when you're scaling that quickly. But I will walk you guys through the exact way that this funnel worked.
How do we get to that point where we're having too many clients that we want to shut down our agency for that reason?
Seriously, honestly, it sounds ridiculous, but you get to a point with an agency that you realize that actually it's not scalable any further. Like, you can't really take it to the next level, because done-for-you services is quite a tricky proposition, right? People are paying you a lot of money, and they their commitment levels and all of this stuff has a big impact.
Yeah,
so
there's a lot of client management that goes along with that people don't really think about.
People very rarely think about it. So the way the funnel worked was very, very straightforward. Okay. Let me just load up this quick snapshot here so you guys can see the overview. Okay.
I'm excited for this.
This is going to blow your mind how easy it is. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're trying to get clients through a funnel for done-for-you services, listen to me right now and do not do anything other than this. You do not need to try anything else. Don't try to complicate it. It is this simple. You set up an ad on Facebook targeting your dream client. You send them to a presentation page. That presentation is about 10 to 15 minutes long, and I'll break down that entire presentation, what we say. At the end of the presentation, the call to action is for them to get on the phone with you, for them to schedule a discovery session with you. fill out a short application. Then once you get on the phone with them, let me see if I have it here. There's 3 steps. Okay, the first step is you have a discovery call, which is 20 minutes long, just to discover their pains and whatnot. At the end of the discovery call, you tell them that the price range, for to build a system like the one that they want and the one that they're looking at is anywhere between whatever and whatever. So if your price range is from 10 to 15,000 or 5 to 10, whatever it may be, right? You give them a price range. You don't give them the exact price, but you want to give them a range. And you want them to agree to it on that discovery call. But you're still going to do a proposal presentation for them, okay? So it's 20-minute call. You ask their pains, their questions, and you say, okay, look, the next steps is for us to go and do sit down with my team, map a bunch of stuff out for you, put together a proposal, but just so that, we don't waste each other's time, to do something like this is about, for past clients, we've charged anywhere between $10,000 to $15,000. I won't know the exact number until I really lay out the proposal, but it'll be within that ballpark. Is that something that you're comfortable with? You say that because it gets them to commit. Now, all of a sudden, if price is a barrier, you haven't spent 60 minutes on the phone with them. You haven't spent all of this time putting together a proposal for them that they're just going to reject, right? You've spent 20 minutes and you found out whether or not that works. So afterwards, here's another little secret tip that most people don't do, but I highly, highly recommend. You don't just start, because most people are like, they humbly say yes, even though they can't afford it, because they don't want to look bad, right? Most people don't like to look bad, and they want to actually, can you still see me?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, okay, cool. Most people don't want to actually sound like they can't afford it or anything like that. So they'll say, yeah, that sounds great. Please put together the proposal. I can't wait to see it. And then you put together a proposal, you send it to them, they don't respond, or, they just ignore you for a while. And then they end up in your pipeline for the next 2-3 weeks, right? So what we've done to mitigate that is you send them a piece of homework. The homework is not anything special. All it is 3-4 questions, how many visitors do you get a month on your website? Nothing, very trivial questions that don't really mean much. But the whole point of the actual homework is at the end of it, you reiterate the price range, right? So that in their homework, when they fill out the document, they have to put yes. Is this, are you comfortable with this? They put yes, right? The whole reason you want to do this piece of homework is, again, that micro commitment. You've gotten them now. Now, anyone who's given you back that homework, who've said yes on the whole about the price on the discovery call and on the homework, they're committed. You can close 80-90% of your proposals because you're only doing a proposal to the person who is actually committed. They're there. They know the price. They're not confused.
So are you saying send a Google form over with bullshit question, maybe not bullshit question, but random questions. But the main question that you want to hit is, are you comfortable with this price range again? Get them to commit again in that Google form or Airtable or whatever you use. And just get that micro commitment. So when you send over the proposal, or if you go over the proposal with them on a call, that they ultimately sign. Is that right?
Exactly.
Cool.
Okay. So just to touch on your last point there, you never, ever want to send the proposal, ever.
Right. Yeah.
You always want to do the proposal on a call in a screen share format. And now, if you have Funnelytics, do it live with them. Show them the mapping tool. Show them show them their website. All of that stuff. There's a couple things that you have to keep in mind with your proposal. It should follow a specific structure. There should be your proposal should be very, very templatized. You should not be thinking about your proposals in a way that doesn't the way your proposal should go is like bold, eye-opening statement. Then you have a quick soft close. You want to give them a team overview or who's going to work with them. Reiterate what their problem was, etc. Right? So like you're going through a very specific structure with your proposal, but you can still jump into Funnelytics and kind of show them and say, hey, like, let me just map out the funnel in front of you and let me show you what your website currently looks like and why you're having some problems, generating sales and whatnot. So that's the process. It's very, very simple. Again, Facebook ad straight to a video. Like I still have it up, even though when you click apply, it says like our client roster is currently full. Simple, like this is my page. Discover the exact automated conversion funnel to sell your product or service online. This is an old headline. I've changed it because I'm trying not to attract people. This should speak specifically to your customer, your audience. Here's the video. Video, again, is about 12 minutes long. Quick recap of like what they're going to learn. And that's it. Fill out an application. There's nothing else on this page that they can do. They can go to the application page, and that's really it.
So you use the Facebook ad to get them to this page. What, I don't know if you can show it to us, but what does that kind of look like? What elements do you have in your Facebook ad?
So Facebook ad is actually extremely simple as well. It calls out the market. So it says like, hey, are you trying to, let's say, for example, we're talking about a hair salon as an example, right? And you work with hair salons to help them get leads and whatnot. You use the ad basically calls out the fact that, hey, are you a hair salon? Are you trying to get more people into your salon? I want to show you a very quick case study on how we were able to help Sandy generate X, right? So this video should actually be centered around a case study. Okay?
Love it.
So I'll show you the structure of that before I leave you guys, but I'll show you the structure of what that video looks like or how you create this video. So first and foremost, it's about the attention grab. Somebody click from a Facebook ad onto this video. You need to snap them out of their like browsing mentality and they don't really know what they're about to see and what they're about to get into. So you need to grab their attention. And a lot of times you can do that by just saying like, hey, let me ask you a quick question. And then just pause for a second, because that instantly triggers people's thoughts. Like, what are you going to ask me? What's the question? And now they're going to start paying attention. So I use that one a lot. It works really well. Then you move on to like the pains and the desires. And this is where you start talking about what are their pains. And this is why it's so important to be specific with who you're targeting, right? Because everybody's pains are different. So if you go and say, hey, like, let me ask you a quick question. Are you struggling to fill your hair salon? Like, some days you're booked and you're busy, and like, yeah, your current customers, when they come in, they stick around after you do their hair, they stick around for a long time. But are you finding it really annoying to try and get new people in, and like people talk to you about posting on social media and all of this stuff, and like it really doesn't help, does it? Like you're not getting more people into your thing, and you can't rely on referrals. Like your customers, sure, they refer you here and there, but that fluctuates all the time. It's not predictable, right? So you're pushing on those pains so that they're sitting there and saying like, yeah, okay, yeah, I do, right? They want to know that you understand their pains. Again, think about the whole plumber idea, right? You want to make sure that the person, do you understand what's wrong with my toilet? Yes. Can you fix it? Yes. Okay. Show me proof that you can fix it, and then I will hire you. Right? So that's what we're doing here. Next, we move on to relating to them. People don't want to work with others who can't relate to them. So you have to share some sort of story that makes you relatable to them and their particular problems. Okay? Then you transition to your own positioning statement, which should be geared towards that customer. So, hey, by this point, you haven't even introduced yourself, right? It's like, hey, let me ask you a quick question. Are you having all of these pains? I get it. I used to have all these pains too. My name is Mikael, and I help hair salons generate more leads using a proven marketing system. And that's what we move on to the next thing. We have a system that helps hair salons generate up to 5 to 10 new leads per month, like clockwork. And then you move on to your core case study. Like our client, Sandy,
nice,
who's a hair salon in New York, who, when we implemented this system, it allowed her to she went from, broke to riches. She went from pain and desires that you have to now having solved those pains and desires, right? Now, by this point, they're like, okay, what's this system? Like, you're talking about a system. What's this system or this methodology or whatever word you want to use? So now you want to reveal the system, but you don't want to reveal it in a way that most people do. You don't want to be like, yeah, so what we do is we write posts on Facebook for you, and then we take those posts and we advertise them and we push them to a page with where people can put in their name and email, and like nobody cares, right? They don't want to know the intricacies of the system. They just want a high-level understanding of what is it going to do for them. So the way the system works is very simple. We find your dream customer within a radius of 5 miles from your store. We send them to a page where they can claim a free session with you. On that after that free session, we work with you or whatever it is, right? So however the system ends up working. So you show it to them, you reveal it to them. After you have this system in place, all of your problems are now solved. This is how you're able to, no longer have to worry about this and this pain and this pain and this pain, right? From there, now you stack on more proof, and you want to say, we've not only done it for Sandy, but we've done it for Jim, John, Sarah, and Bob, and here's everything they said about us, okay? From there, you say, okay, well, look, at this stage, you really have 3 options, and it's very important to say 3 options. First option is that you can go and do it alone. You can try and figure out how to set up these systems, and you can keep going and posting on your social media. It's going to cost you X, Y, Z. Here are all the people you're going to hire. Realistically, you're not a marketer. You're a hairdresser, and that's what you should spend your time. So really, doing it alone is not the right or smart option. Second option is that you can go and work with generalists, right? You can hire somebody on Upwork and only say like lingo that they would understand. Don't say Upwork if you're targeting a hairdresser. They won't know what that means. But you can go and find SEO companies or find agencies that do marketing for all types of businesses. And yeah, maybe they'll get you results, but the reality is they work with all sorts of businesses and they're just generalists. Would you prefer, let me ask you this question. If you had a heart problem, would you prefer going to a general doctor or would you prefer going to a cardiologist? And that's when you transition to, we are specialists. Your third option is to work with a team of specialists who only work with local hairdressers or whatever it may be, right? Now you say, look, we can help. We're here to, somebody just submit an application while watching this.
That's so funny. Who was it?
Who was it? Come on.
Show your face.
So somebody.
You're probably going to get a lot more. Sorry, that's my audience for you.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Somebody just tried to funnel hack. So on We Can Help is now like, that's it. Like, we can help you. We're here to help you. We work with your types of business all the time. So go and schedule a call.
That is freaking sweet.
That's it. That's the structure of the video. You send an ad to this video. The video pushes people to an application, and that's it. Don't overthink it. Don't try to do more than that. I guarantee you, if you focus on this and you really dial in who you're speaking to, and you dial in your case study around that, it's going to work like clockwork, and you're just going to fill up your calendar with applications. And then you're going to get to a point where you're like, how do I deliver to all these people?
Dude, Mikael, I'm freaking mind blown. You just gave the secret sauce to everybody, which is just run a Facebook ad with that video. You gave them the exact structure that goes to the exact funnel that you just showed them, have them apply and hop on a phone call. We went over some phone call tips and actually the formula to actually close the deal with the proposal and the homework and all that good stuff. You gave it all away, and I am fucking mind blown. And if you guys appreciated this, smash that fucking heart button, smash that like button, because Mikael is sick right now and he's late for his call, and all that away. I appreciate the hell out of you, man. We're definitely going to have to get you on another interview sometime down the road, talk a little bit more about Funnelytics, because that tool is, or your software is so freaking awesome. If you guys want the free mapping tool that Mikael showed us earlier in the interview, hashtag mapping tool down below, and we'll get you the link over to that. But dude, thank you so much for being here. This was absolutely incredible. I'm mind blown, and I'm sure the 20 people on here are mind blown as well. Oh
man, my pleasure. Hope everybody really enjoyed it and got a lot out of it. At the end of the day, you know, it's all about sharing knowledge and simplifying things, and I try to keep things simple for you guys. So just do a few of the things I said, and all of a sudden your business is going to go to another level. So appreciate you having me here, man.
No problem, man. Guys, go check out funnelytics.io. Amazing, incredible software that will help you land more deals and figure out funnels a little bit better. So, dude, thank you so much for being here. Feel better, and
thanks, buddy.
That next call, man. See ya.
We'll chat very soon. Peace.